Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to return list of all columns as struct field objects. So first we'll see a few codes and their purpose before proceeding. What is struct field objects? So df.schema. So if you try to print df.schema, what it does is it returns full schema object. If you mention df.schema.fields, it returns list of all columns as struct field objects. So field.name. So it gets the column name from each struct field. So that means first we'll see what is this struct field. So I have one CSV file. So one CSV file, it is in my catalog location. This particular location, I have one CSV file called company_level, and I'm reading this CSV file by keeping inferSchema equal to true. So this is my data set, and this data set has this many columns and their respective data types. So on top of that, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to print the schema. So df.print schema. So it displays uh, column name, date, and this is nullable. Nullable is true or false. So normally we'll get print schema like this. Three information we'll get. One is column name, data type, and null. So next option is, suppose I want to access all fields in the schema. So we have option df.schema.fields. So if you try to print this, what we'll get is we'll get all the fields in schema in the form of a list. If you see here, starting and ending, we have square bracket. So that means this has list. So this is list, and inside that we have field, struct field. See here, up to here, this is one struct field, and this is one struct field, and this is one struct field. So that means for each and every column, there is one struct. So for each and every column, there is one struct field. Okay, so this struct field, what it defines is, so one is column name, one is data type, and either true or false. So that means nullable is true or false. So now this df.schema.fields, whatever we are getting result is, this is struct field. Okay, so now we'll back here. So maybe I'll take a screenshot of this. Okay, so now I will go back here. So we saw up to here df.schema.fields. So now you can able to understand what is this df.schema.fields. So you'll get this result. So what it telling is it returns list of all columns as struct field objects. So here it giving all the columns in the form of struct field as struct field objects. So next, what is there? Field.name. So that means get the column name from each struct field. So that means, so we have, suppose you assume that in this we have some 10 columns, and for 10 columns, we have one struct field. So up to here, one struct field. So field.name, what it does is from first field, from first struct field, it will pick column name. So in this, what is the column name? Start date. So it will pick this column name. So field.name means it will pick column name. So next field.dataType. So that means that is column data type. That is second one. So this is field.dataType. So next one is field.nullable. So whether nulls are allowed or not. So that means true or false. So this is field.nullable. Next, since this is in a list format now, so we can iterate by using for loop. See here for field in df.schema.fields. So this is a list now. So if you write this for loop, what will happen? It will iterate over all schema fields. So that means whatever I highlighted now, so this you will get first element. If you iterate, then it will iterate this struct field, then it will iterate this third struct field, and so on. And next one is suppose if you given condition field.name. So field.name means so from each struct field it will pick field.name, that means column name. So here column name is start underscore date. So start underscore date is equal to call name. So then if it is matching, then it iterate for field in df.schema.fields. So that means in this whole thing. And on top of that, it is given any condition. So that means it will check if column exists. So if any means if this condition satisfies, it will give you true. So either it will give you true or false. If a column exists, it will give you true. If column is not exist, it will give you false. So next, so this for loop and this is similar. Only difference is here field.name and this is for loop. This is list comprehension. So this for what purpose we are doing is for extracting list of column names. So df.schema.fields means this one, list of struct fields. So what we are doing here is we are doing for loop. So that means each and every struct field it will iterate. So while iterating first struct field, since we given field.name, it will collect only column names. So one by one struct field it will iterate and it will pick column name from this list. So next we'll see what further we can do on this. So here df.schema.fields it giving list as we discussed. So here I'm using for loop. So we already discussed here no for loop. So for field in df.schema.fields. So as I mentioned here, this thing. So up to here, this is first struct field. So it will iterate one by one. See here, struct up to here. See up to here, iterated as first iteration. In second iteration, it will come this one, struct field product URL. See here, this one. This is second column. So like this, how many columns are there? It will iterate like this. Since I'm mentioning here print field. So each field, that means each field, that field means here this one, struct field, this whole thing. So it will iterate and print here. So next thing is this and this are same. So only difference is this is list comprehension. So only additional is field for field in df.schema.fields. Okay. So whatever here, this one and this one. So field for field in df.schema.fields. So it will iterate each and every struct field here. So next is df.schema schema of start underscore date dot data type. So df.schema and on schema, I am mentioning column name. So suppose I want to extract a data type for this particular column. So df.schema of this column dot data type. So here, what is the data type? Date type. So we are getting date type here. So next, what we can do here is, suppose I want to print column name, data type, and nullable for each field. So how I can do is, I am doing iteration for field in df.schema.fields. So df.schema.fields means this one. Since it is for loop, what will happen? First, it will iterate this one, this first struct field. So from this, I want to print three things. So first one is print column name. So how it will pick column name? So here it is given flower brackets field dot name. So field dot name is, so field means this one, first one, okay, this first struct field, and dot name. So dot name is this column name. So it will pick column name here. So what is the column name here? First one, column name. This is, if you see first one, if you see first one, start underscore date. See here, start underscore date. And a similar way, data type. So field dot data type. So data type is second one. What is this? Date type. See here, data type, we are getting as date type. And third one, what I can extract is field dot nullable. So nullable means this one, true, either true or false. Since we have true here, I am getting true. So at the end, what I'm doing is print this underscore. I mentioned to print 35 times. So since I'm getting this one. So this is first iteration is over. Next, it will go for second iteration. That is for this struct field. So here what it does is, first it will print column name as product underscore URL. See here, product underscore URL, and field dot data type is string type. See here, string type, and field dot nullable. So that is true, this one. So second iteration completed. Next, if you go to third iteration, so that we have field dot name as category. See here, category. So category, and if you see field dot data type as string type and true. So category, string type, true. And if you come to next iteration, column name as default group. Yes, default group, and data type is string type, and nullable is true. So here default group, string type, true. So and it will iterate. How many struct fields are there? That many iterations it will go. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So from this struct field, how to extract and iterate the field names, data types, and nullables. Next, what we can do is, so I want to extract only column names from this field, schema.fields. So here I have this one, this result I have df.schema.fields. So this is my list of elements. And here what I'm doing is I'm iterating here for field in. So that means I'm iterating here. And what I want to extract is field.name. So here what we did is, here we extracted all three together. So column name, data type, nullable. But here I want to extract only column names in the form of list, as a list. So that's why I used to list comprehension field.name for iteration. So field.name is, so only column names it will extract. See, first one is start underscore date. So second one is product underscore URL, see here, And at the end, you can see load.datetime product ID. See here, load.datetime product ID. So it will extract only column names. So similar way, we can extract data types. So we can extract only data types. So only difference is field.dataType for iteration, df.schema.fields. So here it will extract only data types. So if you see here, so here data types, first one is a date type. See here, date type. And second one is a string type. And the third one is a string type. See here, string type, string type. And if you see some last one, string type, integer type. So string type, integer type. So like this, it will extract only data types. Suppose I want to extract only nullable. So you just mentioned field.nullable. This code is same. So then it will iterate only nullable things. So like here, true, here true, and here true. See here, first three we have true, and if you come here, here we have true, true. See here, true. So that means only these fields, nullable fields, it will extract. So next, what else we can do in this? So use df.schema.fields for conditional checks. So that means check if a specific column exists using df.schema.fields. So for this, what I'm doing is, so this for loop is common. And what I'm adding here is field.name. So here earlier, if you see field.name, what it gives is it will extract only column names. So here additionally, what I given is field.name is equal to department. So that means first it will iterate one by one. It will iterate, and it will extract field name. So in first iteration, it will extract column name as start underscore date. So that is equal to department? No. So next it will go for second iteration. So it will check one by one. All the columns it will check, and if a department is available, then what it will print column department exists in data frame. If it is not available, then it will print column department is not found. So we'll see what result we got here. So here column department is not found. So if you see in this list, in this column list, see here we don't have department. Okay, so next, what condition is there? If, yeah, so and there is one more condition, any. So that means what it does is in first iteration, it will check first column. So field.name is this one, start underscore date is equal to department, that is false. Okay, so for first iteration, it is false. Next, it will come for second iteration. So then they're also false. So it will store all the iterations whether true or false. So if you have 10 columns, then it will iterate 10 times and it will capture whether it is true or false. And finally, what any does is if any of the condition satisfies. So that means in 10 iterations, if it finds any one true, then it will come to this condition. If all are false, then it will come to this condition. So similar way, if you see here, if any field.name is equal to bonus. So that means if you see in columns, column names, you check whether we have column name as bonus. See here, we don't have any column name like bonus. Then if you see here, column bonus not found. So that means same check. It will check for each and every column. So for first iteration, start underscore date is there. Start underscore date is equal to bonus, that is false. So like this, for all the columns, it will capture whether true or false. So since there is no bonus column, so it got all the list as false. Since we mentioned any, then it will go for else condition. Next, if you come to here, any field.name is equal to category. But if you check in this columns list, we have category. Okay, so remaining and all not matching. For that, what it does is, see, for this it is false. It is false. So here true. So remaining all false. Since we given any condition, so we have one true condition. That means we have category column. Then what it does is it will go for if condition. See here category. So since this condition is satisfying, what it does is column category exists in the data frame. See here, column category exists in the data frame. So similar way for session name also and product ID also. Similar way it will check and it telling that both session name and product ID exist in the data frame. So same thing it is mentioned here. So field name dot so if you see here, field.name is equal to category for iteration. So we already discussed about this. So here I give an explanation. So this generator expression loops through each field in df.schema.fields and checks, is this field name equal to category? It produces a sequence of Boolean values. So like this I told. So false, true, false. So list of Boolean values, it will generate. So if any one of the column matches, then it will print the value. So here, if any, so that means any is the built-in function. What it returns is if it is true, true means if at least one of the conditions is true. So as I told here, no, suppose for this category column, so we have around some 10 columns. So 9 columns will get false, 9 false will get in list, 1 true will get. So if at least one of the condition is true, then it will go for if condition. So if you are getting all the false, then it will go for false condition. If none of the condition is true. So next one is create a list of column data type pairs like a dictionary. So for that, what I'm doing is field.name, comma, string of field.dataType or field in df.schema.fields. So this we already know how we iterate. And additionally, what we are doing is here I mentioned tuple. So first one is field.name. So here it will extract. Here I'm trying to print this result. Since I given list comprehension here, it will give you output in the form of a list. And if you see in list, so there is tuple here. There is tuple here, first tuple. So what is tuple is start underscore date. So that means field.name. It will extract column name, first column name. Similar way, field.dataType. So for first column, it will extract data type. So if you see here, column name start underscore date, and for this data type is date underscore date type. So since I given string here, so we are getting starting and at the ending single quote. So that means string value. So why it is given string is if I extract field.name, it giving me output as string. So since two common both strings, so here I converted as string. So similar way you will get all tuples. So how many columns we have, those many tuples you will get this combination. So field.name means column and field.dataType means data type. So next is loop through schema fields and display result. So first one is data frame schema details. So I just given heading here, and this underscore I want to print 50 times. So here I given this one. Similar way I given here also. If you see here, here and here, and at the end I given into. See here, into I given 50 times. So additionally, what I gave is I want to print in a set I given semicolon less than 22. So that means the space between column. If you see here less than 22, this gap. So for maintaining this gap, no, I given 22. So next 16 means this one. Next 10 means here it will come. Okay, so this is for this one, column name, data type, nullable. Next, once this is over, so up to these 3 lines of code is this one. Next, here I am coming for loop for field in df.schema.fields. What it gives is it will iterate each and every field. From each field, what it capturing is first one is field.name. So that means column name here, column name and string of field.dataType. So here data types it will capture. So next is string type field.nullable. So this is whether true or false. And whatever I given this 20 is, so this gap. So this gap is 20 and this gap is 20 and this is 15. So here. Okay, so this is how we can extract. So column name, column type and nullable in the like tabular format. So next what we can do is access specific attributes. So suppose df.schema.fields. So what we are getting is list format. So list how we can access is by using index method. So in this list, I want to extract first index. That means 0. Index 0 means this one up to here. Okay, so this one I want to extract. So after extracting, what I want to print is first one is column name. So field.name. So from this, what is field.name? Start underscore date. So here column name start underscore date. Next field.dataType. So in this data type is data type and nullable is true. Okay, so if you change index either 1 or 2, then it will go for other index. Next, extract schema information into a Pandas table. Suppose I want in tabular format like this Pandas table. So what I'm doing is I'm importing Pandas as PD. So here, same thing I'm mentioning here, list comprehension. So field.name. So here I'm extracting all the names like column name, data type, nullable. So these all 3 things iterating here. Iterating, then pd.DataFrame, and here I'm providing this schema information. Then I'm passing column names here. So first column name is column name, data type, nullable. So column names mentioned here. And whatever this schema underscore info, we are getting here. So that means all three information like field name, field.name, column name, field.dataType, date type, and field.nullable true. So these three information in the form of a tuple we are iterating here, and those for each iteration we are getting three values: column name, data type, true. So for each iteration it printing this one. Okay, so we are getting, finally we are getting in tabular format by using Pandas. So this is about field objects. So df.schema.fields. So these many ways we can extract and we can use it in real time. So that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.